Joining me now to discuss further is Democratic Senator from Rhode Island, Jack Reed. He is also the minority-ranking member of the Armed Services Committee. Senator, thank you for being here when your state is going through a rough time right now. This obviously Brown University incident happening in your home state. How is the community holding up, and what are you hearing?
Well, the community is holding up remarkably well. Of course, this is shocking and indeed horrific. You've got young people who are finishing exams and probably getting ready to get on a plane or a train and go home for Christmas, and suddenly they're experience a situation where their classmates were in danger, or they might have been in danger, their families are upset. So this has been a big impact on the state. We are the smallest state, so we're very closely connected. So what happens in Providence really affects the entire state. And it's been a traumatic experience, but what has been very encouraging is that our fire, police, and safety, and our civic leaders like the governor and the mayor and the president of Brown University, Chris Paxson, have done a remarkable job of pulling together very many disparate aspects of this case, and as you indicate, now having someone, a suspect at least, in confinement, and they're moving quickly to establish a very strong case against the individual.
I know you were at the press conference earlier today, and you said in that conference that Attorney General Pam Bondi called you personally to offer support. What support was she able to offer, and how is she reacting to this heinous crime?
Well, she's reacting very responsibly and very aggressively. FBI and ATF agents were on the scene within hours. More personnel have come in since then. They've been working very, very closely and very effectively with the Providence Police, the State Police, the Brown Police, and many other departments in the state. For example, the individual suspect in custody was taken by the FBI working with the Coventry Police Department, not the Providence Police Department. Coventry is a separate community. But we're seeing the entire state come together and work together to, one, make sure that the individual is properly identified and the legal case against the individual is compelling and strong, and also to assure the people of Rhode Island that there's no longer a threat, that the threat is now gone, essentially. And there's been great leadership to do that.
Speaking of that, police are officially calling this person a person of interest that has been taken into custody, or at least detained, probably taken into custody, not the official language here, as a man in his 20s. When will we start to learn a little bit more information about this person, whether it is in fact a suspect? And I only ask that because people in the community, it's not until they hear the word suspect that they can feel like they can let their guard down. And certainly if you are a loved one who has lost a student here, you want to know that police have the right person.
Well, you're exactly right. But what the police want to ensure is that if they have the right person, they do not make any procedural mistakes that could interfere with the adjudication and hopefully the conviction and the punishment of the individual who committed these heinous crimes. So they are being very careful and thoughtful. Again, they, I think, feel confident that this is the person, but they're not going to be so cavalier for the sake of a headline. They're just going to announce him, which could cause legal problems and give him an opportunity to avoid punishment.
I'm glad you point that out, because, when you get caught up in the emotion of what has happened here, you sometimes lose sight of, after this, there has to be, charges and a trial potentially, and you have to follow an order that sometimes doesn't align with the speed of one's emotions. Senator, what's your message to your community right now?
Well, this is a time of sorrow and deep, profound.
I think we've lost the senator's connection there, but he was saying this is a time of sorrow in his home state of Rhode Island following that Brown University shooting. I think we actually have the senator back. Senator, I'll let you complete your thoughts there. You were saying this is a time of sorrow in your state.
Well, it's a time of sorrow. It's also a time of people coming together because they understand the pain and the suffering that these families are going through. They want to do what they can do. So it's also not only a time of sorrow, but it's a time of renewed community engagement. We have a community meeting, outdoor meeting this evening at 5 to pray for those who have passed and those who are still fighting in the hospital. And the other thing that in these difficult times, it brings out the best in so many people. Our firefighters, our police officers, the federal agents who came here, our civic leaders have really stood up and provided the kind of direction, confidence, and professionalism that reassured people that this was going to be resolved quickly without additional loss of life.
And Senator, the president has now spoken about the incident at Brown University just moments ago, as well as that anti-Semitic attack in Australia. I want to play for you a little bit of what the president said.
I want to just pay my respects to the people. Unfortunately, 2 are no longer with us. Brown University, 9 injured, and 2 are looking down on us right now from heaven. And likewise in Australia, as you know, that was a terrible attack, 11 dead, 29 badly wounded. And that was an anti-Semitic attack, obviously.
My thoughts and prayers go to the families of people who lost their loved ones around the world in this difficult time.
It's a heavy weekend, Senator. Your thoughts and your response to what has happened here, Australia, and the president's thoughts and remarks there.
Well, I think the president was very thoughtful of recognizing the pain, not only here in Providence, but also the horrific attack against the Jewish community in Australia. And that shows not only great sympathy, but great appreciation for what's taken place. And again, we have to get through this moment of pain, but we also have to focus on, is there any way we can reduce or hopefully eliminate these types of assaults on people, not just here, but around the globe. And that's something we have to work on together on a mutual basis.
Well, Senator, our thoughts with the people of Rhode Island right now, the students at Brown University who've had to endure another mass shooting in our country. Really appreciate you taking the time after having to be there for the citizens in your state. Democratic Senator from Rhode Island, Jack Reed, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Of course.